The coins alert is where everything in this video comes from. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. In the middle of a SEC appeals drama, Ripple fights back on the XRP sales decision. Before we go any further, there is a new crypto airdrop going on Telegram right now. It will soon be over. Make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Just below the movie, there is a link. Do not miss this. Let's watch more of our movie. This is part of Ripple Labs' ongoing court battle with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. They have sent a Form C cross-appeal to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit. When institutions sold XRP tokens, the court said they were assets and could have been fined $125 million. The business wants to overturn some of those decisions. Ripple's chief legal officer, R.A. Alderode, said that the appeal doesn't question XRP's status as a non-security, which was established in the July court ruling mentioned above. In the above cross-appeal, the district court's reading of the 1933 Securities Act as it applies to XRP trades is questioned. The argument is about what an investment contract really means. Usually it means the buyer's right to profits made by the seller's work or the end of the seller's responsibilities after the contract is signed. The company says that it does not sell XRP for someone else's account or at their request. It also says that the court's decision was too broad in its understanding of stocks and that neither of these conditions applied to its XRP sales. In addition, Ripple disagrees with the court's use of the Howey test, a law standard from 1946 that is used to see if a deal is a security. The company says the court doesn't understand how the Howey framework works when it comes to investing money in shared business parts. XRP doesn't belong in the same category as securities that the court did because it works in a decentralized system where investor rewards aren't just based on action. The fair notice defense by Ripple questions the CSE's power. The CC's approach has also been criticized, and Ripple is a good example of how important it is for businesses to get clear regulatory advice. The company also says that it could only have broken the rules on purpose after getting enough help. The cryptocurrency industry would only be punished for lack of fair notice if Ripple's fair notice defense is upheld. This would set a bad precedent for regulatory uncertainty if successful. Pro-XRP lawyer Jeremy Hogan says that Ripple's fair notice argument may significantly weaken the SEC's enforcement authority. If the company wins the case, regulators may give cryptocurrency companies more specific directions. This could lead to the creation of new, groundbreaking rules for enforcement in the future. Ripple makes it clear that they believe regulators should make their rules public and easy to follow. Ripple also doesn't agree with the court's order, which told the company to follow the law in a way that Ripple doesn't understand. Ripple says that following the rules is hard because there aren't any clear ones, and that the competition to do so causes legal risk and makes things less clear. The firm's legal team says that such a well-written injunction would raise the bar for both the industry and the company. Sexy questions the choice to sell XRP. Ripple's programmatic XRP sales and employee distributions have also been criticized by the SEC in an appeal made in the Second Circuit Court. The SEC once said that Analysator's ruling that the sales did not violate securities laws should be overturned. The CC says that Chris Larsson and Brad Garlinghouse, two executives at Ripple, helped to push sales of XRP that were not registered. Other CC needs to give itself more control over deals that use cryptocurrencies. It could be the first digital asset to be labeled as a security if the CC's case wins. This could have an effect on future token sales in the sector. A lot of people are also worried about the SEC's regulatory power and whether it will cover all digital assets because of this case. Recently, Ripple has been talking about ETFs backed by XRP. This shows that people are still interested in XRP's plans to enter new markets. It's interesting that asset managers like Bitwise and Canary Capital have kept an interest. The fact that people in the industry are still interested in XRP shows that it is real and is widely accepted in the coin market. John Deaton, a Republican running for the Senate and a pro-crypto lawyer, is attacking the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission for how it handled the famous SEC vs. Ripple case. As an amicus lawyer, Deaton is entering the fight on behalf of people who own XRP. He is a strong opponent of the C and has said that its activities have cost regular investors a lot of money. What the SEC says about Ripple: the SEC says that Ripple Labs is selling unregistered stocks using its digital currency XRP. According to the SEC, Ripple would have to register its sales with the SEC because US law says that XRP is a security. Some people in the cryptocurrency world are very angry about this case because it has caused people to argue about how digital assets should be classified and regulated. Deaton criticizes the SEC for what he sees as gross overreach and abuse of power. He says that the SEC's actions have cost XRP investors more than $15 billion because of how the market reacted when the case was announced. In a recent post on XSANES, he talked about how actions taken by the government can hurt private businesses. Because the government is too big, you shouldn't lose your money. Denton also said that the SEC's method was not consistent. He said that the SEC had approved Coinbase's business plan during its initial public offering alt P0 2 years, but that the company was being sued for supposedly letting illegal XRP transactions happen. This lack of uniformity makes me wonder about the agency's goals and how they make decisions. What the Amicus Council does about 75,000 people who own XRP think that their rights are not being sufficiently protected in the ongoing legal battle. As Amicus Council, Denton wants to give these people a vote. He has to do things like write comments to the court on behalf of people who own XRP and protect their rights during the legal process. He said that again because he wants to help normal investors who are hurt by changes in the law. He is not getting paid for this work. A few days ago, Denton made it clear that he would not give up on his fight for XRP users no matter what happened with his political career. He showed how much he cared about the cause when he said, "I don't walk away from what I started. Senate race or not effects on how coins are regulated that are bigger. The fact that Eaton is involved in this case raises more important questions about how coins should be regulated." Many fans think that clearer laws are needed to protect regular investors and encourage businesses to come up with new ideas. Denton's fears show that a lot of people in the Bitcoin community believe the current rules are too strict and sometimes unnecessary. In response to these fears, Denton has called for the SEC to be held responsible for what he sees as fraud. He thinks that more civil action will be taken against XRP investors because the SEC is still being investigated. Finally, John Denton's selection as Amicus Counsel in the SEC Ripple case is a big deal for people who own XRP and the cryptocurrency community as a whole. Harsh criticism of the SEC's actions brings up important issues about regulatory overreach and how it affects normal investors. The information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any purchases made based on the information on this page are not the responsibility of the people who made them. Before making any investment decisions, you should definitely do your own study and talk to a professional who knows what they're talking about.